Hi, Dave Roscoe here. It has been confirmed that the Pi network is now on Chainlink's data feeds. It is big news, and it is the main topic of today's video, and we'll go over what this means for the Pi network. I think it's nothing but good. Today's video is late because of tax season. The deadline is April 15th in the US, and as many people do, I procrastinate. I was under the gun to get my taxes done, but it's done, and Uncle Sam has squeezed out more blood from me. The Pi coin is seeing some selling pressure kicking in over the last 24 hours, which has been driving the price down somewhat. It's still doing better than it has done in recent past, but it is on a downward trend at the moment. I just want to remind people that I do have an FAQ now to address most of the common questions that people ask. The link for the FAQ is in the description as well as pinned to the top comment. So check it out. It's a live document. It changes frequently, and I'm always editing the content to provide the latest information that I have. And I'm also adding new answers to questions as they become more frequently asked. Looking at the metrics for today, the circulating supply is at 6.86 billion, and there have been no migrations now for the last 48 hours. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, that there's some things in motion. There's been more stirrings about a Pi stablecoin, the news of the Chainlink integration, and the rumors of a new update to the Pi network mobile app makes me think that the Pi core team is focusing on something that's happening, which could be pretty big. Migrations are unofficially paused right now. I don't know that. It's just kind of strange to see migrations not happening for the last 48 hours when there's 45 million Pi sitting in the migration wallet. Looking at the price action, you can see what I'm talking about with the downward pressure. And we're still doing okay. We're at almost 73 cents right now, but it is down from a high of almost 76 cents. Again, we're still looking pretty good here. I'm not going to complain. The market cap is at $5 billion, which is down 1.31%, still $5 billion. And the trading volume is at $365.8 million, which is down 45.67% from this time 24 hours ago. Looking at some user comments, this user asks, I have a question not related to the video, but I figured you could help me with it. In the ecosystem, when you go to explore it, some of the apps show a symbol that indicate that it's not a PiNet app. What does this mean? And that's a great question. A PiNet app means that it has a bridge between the internal Web3 environment that the Pi browser provides and the external world, which is mostly Web2. If your app is a PiNet app, then you have the ability to access it from a standard browser. If you don't, then the only way to get to it is from the Pi browser itself. Now, this is something that's come up before, especially relevant with the Pi domain auctions that are happening. People have pointed out that the Pi domain would only be accessible via Web3. It wouldn't do us any good to separate our Web3 domains from the rest of the Web2 world. And it looks to me like the Pi network knows this, no surprise, and they are taking steps to address that concern. Thanks for the comment. This user asks, what's the importance of Pi being added to Chainlink? Well, that's a really good question, and it's a perfect segue into today's main topic. Crypto Times posted an article earlier today talking about this integration of the Pi network into the Chainlink data feeds. It's titled, Pi network is now integrated into Chainlink data ecosystem. In a major development, Chainlink has now added Pi network as part of its ecosystem. integration into 22 new data feeds, a move that will allow the decentralized Oracle network to gain real-time access to pricing data of different blockchain tokens, including Pi. Now, with this move, Pi Network and its cryptocurrency Pi are part of Chainlink's data feeds that will allow decentralized applications, or DApps, to access reliable on-chain Pi pricing data for Pi token. The integration will also allow DApps to utilize Pi Network for smart contracts and blockchain-based gaming. Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network that provides secure and reliable connections between blockchains and real-world data. With this integration, Pi can now be used in smart contracts and other blockchain-based transactions, along with integrating the newly launched token onto several decentralized apps offering Web3-based financial services, including lending, staking, and yielding. With a major network like Chainlink integrating Pi into its data feed, it is a further step toward mainstreaming of Pi Network in the Web3 domain. Its native token Pi is already listed on OKX, BitGet, and Gate.io. However, what it is still being gatekept from is several major exchanges like Coinbase and Binance. Perhaps with a step like this, Pi could finally make that grand entry. So let's talk about what this really means for the Pi network. DApps and DeFi platforms in the Pi ecosystem can use secure real-time Pi price data, which is crucial for trading, lending, stablecoin creation, and derivatives. Access to Chainlink's oracles is often a prerequisite for serious DeFi projects. Developers can launch decentralized exchanges, or DEXs, create Pi-backed stablecoins or synthetic assets, and build automated lending and borrowing platforms using Pi. Now, this could feed into what we've been seeing lately, or hearing, I should say, with respect to the creation of a Pi stablecoin. Having Chainlink integration is a signal that the Pi network is ready for serious app builders. Chainlink only adds coins that show viability and developer interest. So this gives a level of credibility to the Pi network overall and its Pi coin. It encourages other integrations, such as cross-chain swaps, DAOs, and NFT-based financial tools. Chainlink is one of the most respected protocols in crypto, and integration with Pi adds credibility to Pi in the broader crypto space and provides increased visibility to investors, developers, and crypto media outlets. Now that Pi is plugged into Chainlink, future use cases can include real-world data feeds, verifiable randomness for games, raffles, and governance. That was an interesting one. I didn't expect someone to mention that, but it's a good point. And cross-chain smart contracts, which is bridging Pi with other blockchains securely. Now, this came up, for example, with the Binance listing. We're not on Binance's blockchain. We have our own. And that was listed as being a potential roadblock to a Binance listing. Something like this would allow the Pi coin to be more fluidly traded and exchanged on other blockchains. A user asked me about this not that long ago, about when I thought this capability would be possible. And to be honest with you, at the time, I thought we were a long way off. I did not realize it could happen this quickly. This is exciting news, and I think it's big. And it's another sign that the Pi core team, despite their silence, is working in the background to build their ecosystem and garner strategic partnerships. Well, that's all I have for today. I've been saying that the news has been pretty quiet lately, but this announcement from Chainlink is anything but. And I hope that I've done a decent job expressing to all of you how big a deal this is. So don't panic, stay the course, and remember, the success of the Pi network begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.